Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to. I don't look weird. I don't look right. I don't look right at all. Here, cover it. There you go. That's perfect. I look like Fat Henry Cavill from Justice League. It just doesn't look right. It looks like I edited it out post. Don't look at it. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another video. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another box office wrap-up video. It's Sunday. That means we gotta find out which movies did well and what movies didn't do so well this weekend at the box office. And this weekend we had the release of Christopher Robin, the brand new Winnie the Pooh movie. The Spy Who Beat Me. What was it called? Spy Who Drugged Me? Something like that. Spy Who Kidnapped Me. I don't know. It's a movie with those two women. And you had that other shitty YA novel movie. And what else? Is that it? I think that's it. Oh, and yeah, I also had that new We Hate Democrats movie. Democrats suck. What was it? Death of a Nation or whatever? Oh, Trump's best. Whatever. I don't even think that made it in the top 10, so I'm not even going to mention it anymore after this. So anyway, what did well? Oh, we also had the second weekend of Mission Impossible Fallout. So what did well this weekend? What didn't do so well this weekend? Well, I'll tell you right here. Whoa, here we go. That's what did well right there. All right, so for this weekend, most people were expecting Mission Impossible to take the #1 spot again this weekend. And guess what? It did. It made $35 million this weekend, which is actually pretty good. It made $61 million in its first weekend, so it only dropped about 42%, which is a great hold for a summer blockbuster. And that's probably mainly because of the reviews. And there's not really any other action movies out besides, I guess, the Spy Who Dumped Me movie, which is more of a comedy. Yeah, so it did. It held in there very well. And I think at this point it has like, let me see, I think like 330 million. Yeah, almost $330 million worldwide after only 2 weeks. And I do not believe it's out in China yet. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's not. No, it's not. So it might do even better there. Tom Cruise movies do well in China, especially The Mummy. That Mummy movie almost wasn't considered a flop because of China. So you think about that. But this one hopefully does well in China. I want this to be the highest grossing one. It has to pass, I think, $700 million for it to do that. But yeah, great stuff. Amazing movie. My favorite movie of this year so far. Need to see it again. I really want to see it in IMAX. And I'm glad it's doing well because that means it'll stay in theaters for a long time. And I'll go see it eventually again. I've already seen it. But #1, Mission Impossible Fallout. Bam! Perfect. Wow, dude, did a great job. Now, #2 is Disney's Christopher Robin, which made only $25 million this weekend. A little bit less than I thought. I thought it'd make around maybe $28 to $30 million. But not too bad. I think the budget for this one's not too huge, so I don't think everybody should be considering this one a bomb like everybody did with Skyscraper when it made $25 million. I believe this one probably cost around like $60 million to make. I don't think it was a huge budget. So, but who knows? Maybe it was. Like, we're going to find out it had like a $200 million budget or some shit, which is ridiculous if it does. Actually, I'm going to look. Maybe the budget has been announced. I really want to know, actually, because I looked before and I have yet to see what the budget is. So let's find out. $75 million. Okay, so a little bit more than I thought. So $75 million budget, not too bad considering it made $25 million. It'll probably stick in there. It'll probably make around $70 to $80 million after it's all done. And that's in America alone. I'm sure it'll do pretty well foreign. We might not be getting another Winnie the Pooh movie for a little while, but you know what? It's okay. At least it's not going to be a bomb. I do know that it's not coming out in China because the Chinese have a war against Winnie the Pooh or some shit. I don't know what the hell's going on with China, where they're okay with Suicide Squad or what are shitty big blockbuster movies? I can't even think of Transformers. There you go. They're okay with that stuff. Oh, that stuff's great. It has giant robots and it has cool little effects and stuff. But that friggin' talking bear with the shirt, screw that. No, with the balloon, he could eat a dick. Oh, he eats honey, he could eat a dick. That's what I say. I'm Chinese. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't know. But yeah, it was an adorable movie. I'm glad it didn't outright bomb. So #3, The Spy Who Dumped Me. Don't care. $12.3 million. Congrats. I don't give a shit. Actually, no, that's not very good considering it has like a $40 million budget. But I don't know who was excited for this. Was anybody excited for this? I mean, I get people like Kate McKinnon, and I do get that people like Mila Kunis. I was going to say Mila Jovovich. But who? Was there anybody excited for this? I don't think so. No. So, yeah. Number 4, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. Yeah, Here We Go Again is fucking right. It made $9 million this weekend. Didn't drop too big, considering the first weekend, or the second weekend, I should say, dropped huge. It had a big drop. It had like a 60% drop, which I was not expecting, especially for a musical like this. Usually musicals have staying power, but not this one. But, you know, it only dropped like 30, almost 40% in its third weekend. Not horrible. I'm sure it's going to make around like $120 million. And already in foreign monies, I think it made like triple its budget or some shit. Overall, like worldwide, it's almost made triple its budget. So, yeah, whatever. Good for it, I guess. It also cost the same amount that Christopher Robin cost to make, $75 million. So, I don't know what that means, but that's good for them. Number 5 is The Equalizer 2. It hasn't really been doing well in foreign markets. I don't know if it's been coming out recently, or they're going to release it later on. But right now, it only made like $7 million in foreign markets. The movie cost $62 million to make, and it's made about $80 million so far. It actually dropped only 37% this weekend, which is pretty good. Especially when Mission Impossible is still out there. That's pretty good. So I could see this one doing around 90-95. I don't know about foreign markets. I'm assuming it's going to open up more. So if it does and it starts making more and more money, then I could see there being a third one for sure. Number 6 is Hotel Transylvania 3, Summer Vacation. I'm tired of freaking talking about this movie. Fourth weekend. Made $8 million. Did well. $136 million so far. Made a lot of money. Good for it. Number 7 is Ant-Man and the Wasp, which is in its 5th weekend. It's only $5 million away from grossing $200 million. I'm sure we'll get there by the end of maybe next week. It matters on how big it drops. But, yeah. Number 8 is our sad little new release of the weekend. That is The Darkest Minds, which looked like the biggest piece of shit. Made $5.8 million on a $34 million budget. It's based on a best-selling YA novel. At least I'm pretty sure it's best-selling. I don't know. But the numbers for this movie do not really make it seem like that's the case. It's probably one of the lowest-grossing YA movies I've seen in a very long time. Yeah, so bye. We can get a sequel to that. Number 9, Incredibles 2, $5 million. Yeah, it dropped 30 million. I mean 30%. 30 million. Dropped 30 million. Dropped 30%. And number 10 is Teen Titans Go to the Polls. So, and that made 4.8 million. So in its second weekend, it is now below Incredibles 2, which is in its 8th weekend. So those superheroes don't do as well as those Incredibles. No. I did hear Teen Titans Go to the Movies was a great movie, though. So I do need to see it. But hopefully MoviePass lets me see it before it freaking leaves theaters. So anyway, that's the top 10. But I am not done, because one thing happened this weekend that is absolutely incredible. And it took this movie how long? Let's see. It took this movie 25 weeks in American box office to finally cross this milestone. Our boy, Black Panther, yeah, that's right, he finally crossed $700 million. Now, I don't know what the hell happened this weekend. I don't know if there's an official statement from Disney or whatever, but for some reason, this movie was really dropping hard. Like, I mean, it's been in theaters for 25 weeks. Shit, it's been on Blu-ray and 4K for like almost 2 months at this point. So it makes sense that I would be leaving, but this weekend they added 10 theaters. That's 5. That's 10. There you go. 10 theaters, and for some reason, the movie made, percentage-wise, over almost 1,300% more this weekend than it did last weekend by only adding 10 more theaters. So I don't know what the hell happened. It only has 25 theaters right now. I don't know what happened. I think some sort of double feature with this and maybe Christopher Robin or something. Or maybe some theaters were doing like promotions like go see Black Panther because it's about to reach a milestone or something. But it finally reached it. I've been waiting every weekend for this to happen, and it finally did. So Black Panther has reached the $700 million club, which I think only like 3 movies have done before. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's true. Maybe 4. Let me think. You had Star Wars, the first Star Wars. I mean, not the first one, the episode 7. You know what I mean? The first Disney Star Wars. Then you had Yeah, Titanic and Avatar. Okay, wait, no. Titanic, did Titanic cross over 700 million? I don't know if it did. No, it definitely didn't, because Black Panther beat that record long ago. So, no, it didn't. So, this is the third one, I believe. Star Wars and Avatar. That's it. So, yeah, congrats to it, man. That's really impressive. So, yeah, kudos. So, I didn't do a poll this weekend. So, thank you, everybody that's been watching, of course. But I didn't do a poll. This weekend, I should do a poll for, was it the Meg? Is that what comes out this week? Or is it something else? No, it's not the Meg this week. What comes out this week? Is it the Meg? I know Slender Man comes out this weekend, which I'm sure will be terrible. But no, it is the Meg. I'll do a poll for the Meg and ask people what do they think it'll do for the weekend. I'm sure not very high, but we'll see. But anyway, that's the weekend. Mission Impossible did great. Christopher Robin did fine, and Black Panther got to 700 million. So congrats to all three of those for doing what they do. Bye.